Hello everyone, this is JD back again with my new stock analysis, and this time my new stock pick is Etsy. Uh, Etsy is basically their business is online retail, just like you can compare that to Amazon Marketplace or eBay. More of a resonate with eBay because on eBay people sell their stuffs, and then buyers just go to eBay for search for the products they want, and then they buy it from there. So it is basically a platform business where they will just serve the seller and buyer transaction, but it's like eBay, but it is pretty niche. You cannot really compare that to eBay uh, uh, and Amazon both, because it serves in a niche market. It's the same concept, but it serves in a very niche market. So the market that it serves is like home inspiration, home activity, yoga, yoga stuff like yoga t-shirts, yoga bracelets, home inspiration like decoration, then jewelry, personalized jewelry, gifts. Father's Day is coming up, so people want to buy a personalized gift for their father, grandfather. They go to Etsy, something which you can actually compare to Facebook and Instagram photos. So this is like, I count Etsy as like very personalized touch kind of platform. So on Facebook, if you upload some photos like let's say 10 years back, and then Facebook shows you up like 10 years back, so the photo you upload, you get so happy, and that's why you don't want to leave Facebook. So Etsy is also like that. You cannot get this personalized stuffs on eBay, on Amazon. Amazon is like, so like all the products, it doesn't matter it's personalized or not. This personalized products is very niche market. It serves that market. If you see the market for Etsy right now, is like $140 billion market that Etsy caters to, which is expected to be $170 billion by 2023. Etsy has currently 4 to 5% market share, which is going to go up to 6% by 2023, which kind of equates to a $9 billion market. That Etsy can capture easily. It's something like which it can capture very easily, and it can even grow further. Because the world is moving online. With this COVID crisis, I think the companies that have benefited a lot is online retail. It's something like Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, eBay. Even if you look at eBay's number came out, I don't think so eBay had this kind of growth in like last decade. So I think online is where the place to be. And I heard Shopify CEO interview, not CEO, sorry, CEO, Chief Operating Officer, and on CNBC, and then he was talking about like the e-commerce market, right, in United States is like $5 trillion market. And then the e-commerce share of that market is like 12% till 2020, like earlier till January. So it took almost a decade, more than a decade, for 12% market. In just 3 months, due to COVID, nobody's going outside buying the stuff from physical stores. Then market has gone to 25%. So it's like whatever growth that came in 12% has just come in 3%. And this is like just amazing. It's the shift which was going to happen in a decade has happened in 3 months, and this is going to change. The if you hear to Warren Buffett, or if you hear to Manish Pabrai, which I admire them a lot, they talk about like consumer habit. And I mean, with this 3 months, I think the consumer habits have changed a lot. I haven't gone out. I have bought everything online. Amazon, Target, Walmart, Etsy. Something that I wanted to buy a ring for my wife. And then Etsy is the where I bought it, because I could write my personalized message. I could write whatever I want on that ring. So that's why I think Etsy is. I bought a lot of stuff on Etsy. In last 3 months, we just bought a we just kind of bought a home like a year back, and then we were looking for different kind of paintings, different kind of artwork. We are buying it from Etsy. I'm a big customer, and if you listen to the Peter Lynch, he says just go and buy the stocks where it affects your everyday life. So Etsy is one of them. Finally, I think the Etsy is very very undervalued. I will get to the Yahoo Finance screen where we can go valuation, and then we can go the presentation also, the which Etsy put out in the last quarter. Quarterly results, and I'm just so happy with the way Etsy is serving. Is something that I admire about Etsy is that it has changed it has helped in the COVID crisis. The CEO said they sold $122 million worth of masks. They changed their games. The mask was not available, so they reached out to the seller. Can you make handmade mask? And then the sellers were like quick to make those mask. So I think this company is kind of coming up. I mean, change is the only constant thing, and this company just changed the things in just 1 or 2 months. The CEO led from the front. Their team talked to the sellers, and then they could do this very very rapidly in such kind of crisis. So I think those kind of companies, if you look at Amazon, very innovative, Twitter, all those companies, Facebook, they are those big companies right now, because they kind of looked at the market, they changed their game as per the changing environment, and I think it fits well into that. So the e-commerce market is like 170 billion by 2023. So I think that equates to around 10 billion sales by 2023. And if you multiply that by 5, which is very conservative figure, I consider Etsy as kind of tech and retail stock. So if you look at all tech valuation, it kind of trades at like 9-10 multiples of sales. But I mean, Salesforce, if you see it 10 or 12 multiple, VMware like 8 or 9 multiple, so Square 7-8 multiple. So if you look at 5 multiple, right, I mean the market cap goes to 45 billion. So current share price is like $80. So current market cap is 9 billion. So it can easily go to 45 billion, and it's $80. I put at 320 conservative. Let's say if we put 4 times sales, then it's 320. But if we put 5 times sales, then it's even $400 stock. In 5 years, like in 3 to 4 years. Like 2023. So I think it's just that it has taken off. The stock has doubled in last 2 months, but I think for good reason. So let's go and dive into Etsy's valuation on Yahoo Finance. So if you see Etsy, right, it's $9 billion market cap, and then if you see the price to sales is like 11 times. It was five times, but it's gone up like in 2 months, like doubled. If you see 4.5 billion was the valuation, now it's 9.7 billion. With the growing sales, right, and I'll get to that from the presentation. This is going to look cheap. If the Etsy stock price remains at this level in next 1 year, this is going to this particular stock is going to be 4 times 5 times sales back to, because they're growing the sales by 70 to 100%. So it's an amazing company. If you look at return on equity, this is the metric that I like a lot. Return on equity and free cash flow is the one that that basically drives the thing. Amazon PE, if you see right now, it's 100, but the free cash flow conversion, the return on equity is amazing. Amazon return on equity is 23%, its return on equity is 27%, so this is a very metric that is kind of should be looked at very closely, because what does this mean is, let's say you invest $1 in it, see, that means it is producing 27 cents on that $1, it is giving you the return on your equity of a dollar on $1.27, which is just amazing. Just think about it. If it continues the return on equity 27%, 25%, it doubles in every 3 years. So it's kind of, your $1 becomes $2 in like 3 years. It's just amazing. That they have a cash of 850 million. The debt is 60, so almost equivalent to cash. So we should not worry about the debt. They are going to produce more and more cash flow. Look at their lower cash flow. If you go to financials, and if you go to cash flow, you need to see the companies where they are growing the cash flow. So if you look at it, see, just look at this. In 16 they had negative cash flow, 54 million in 17, 142 million, 189. They're growing the cash flow 25%. That the way they're return on equity. So that kind of shows that company is growing the cash flow. It's going to catch up. So if the way they are generating the cash flow, they'll be close to $1 billion cash flow in like 3 years. Right, and that too, right now they are investing in a lot of technologies, a lot of acquiring merchants and everything. So if once they're done with that investment phase, imagine what's going to happen. It's just an amazing stock. If you look at the ITSE's presentation, let me go and look at the presentation. So they kind of cater to this niche categories, right? Home inspiration, home activity, self-care. So some of the personalized product you can see is the chopping board. You can personalize this, write whatever you want, and then they'll sell it. The seller will kind of sell it. So this is personalized, very personalized. So the Father's Day is coming up, so you can see, you can create a frame with a wooden frame. This is something that you would not get in Walmart, even in the discount stores like Ross. It's a very personalized feeling. And then if you are looking for like Father's Day gifts, the best daddy ever, best granddad ever. So these are very personalized products which you will not find on Amazon, you will not find on eBay. There's something that you will find only on Etsy. So that's where the Etsy's first mover advantage is, and I'm sure other retailers will figure that out. But it's going to be too late. You need to be first mover advantage. So for example, AWS, if you see, the Amazon has first mover advantage. That's why it could capture that market share, and similar is going to happen, go to Etsy. If you see the headlines, his wife won all shit from things, that Etsy will be able to keep Amazon off its turf. So Etsy Thursday with a buy price. So this is actually a old article, so 2019 article. So just imagine, that time it has like $35, it just doubled. So I think Etsy is gaining a market share. And if you look at their presentation, right, just see how they're just amazing. They're personalizing. They are the one of the advantages that you can search on the Etsy platform, and they're personalizing they are improving the search also. No matter you put gown dress or dress gown, it's going to be it's going to give you good results. So basically that's algorithms behind it, right? Machine learning, analytics. So it's kind of a tech stock, but it's a retail stock. It's a both combination, like Amazon. They are going to invest lot of money in technology, and they are going to personalize the experience for the users. The other thing is, let's go to they have solid first quarter. Look at this gross merchandise volume, 1.4 billion, revenue 228 million, adjusted EBITDA 55 million, and they are 34% growth. If you look at, this is a very good metric in retail. So active buyers like 47 million, habitual buyers is like 2.6 million. So buyers who come repeatedly on the platform. So gross merchandise sales per active buyer is just keep on going. It was $99 in first quarter, now it's $103. So what does this mean is, as a user, I bought $103 worth of goods on Etsy. That should increase, right, going forward. So you're having a repeat customers. Apart from that, so it is able to convert the free cash flow. So it has a cash balance of 900 millions, as we went through it right now. and it's going to look at this. It's going to do a sales gross margin sales of 2 billion in Q2. No, that was 1 billion last year. Look at the growth, 80 to 100%, 17. I mean, show me the company which is growing the sales by 80 to 100% a year. It's it does not exist. It's just taking the market share, just impressing the users, impressing its buyers, and then providing a platform to its sellers. They are going to, so one other thing that it's is going to do is, they are going to bring more revenues through advertisement, like through promotion. So basically how that happens is, let's say as a seller, I put this, let's say, if you want to sell on Etsy, let's say, and you put this personalized product on a marketplace, on the Etsy marketplace, so if let's say 10 people end up putting the same product, right? You look at it and you want to sell the same thing, you found out, let's say, supplier which can do it for you. You want to sell the same thing. So Etsy is going to, when you search for, let's say, gift engraving dead, it's going to bring up the product for the person who has paid Etsy, for advertisements. For example, they are, so let's say it's a $44 product, they might take 15% of that. You need to pay $5 to them, and they will put your search, your product first and somebody else's product, back. So let's say, so look at this, this guy came as second, and this guy is like, 20 or 22nd. Why? Because this guy might not have paid for advertisement. So if you want to sell more, you need to pay Etsy. That's where it's going to make money out of it. And why not? Because this is $44 frame. We all know it's not going to cost $44. It might cost $10 to make it. So why not pay $5 more to Etsy, and maybe 5 to 10 $5 for shipping. Etsy is also providing shipping labels, so it's capturing the market. It's looking at the models of other retailers, and then trying to see which works best. So it's kind of a Google, right? When you type in Google, if you pay Google, it'll put your ad at top of the screen. So more you pay, more your ad gets put it. So they are going to make money not only from the listing fees, but from this advertisement fee, promotion fees, and then they have their own payment system as well. Etsy payment, where they will take some cut out of that as well. So Etsy is basically growing like anything. And then I think that this stock is just getting started, and it's going to go a long way. It's kind of a, you need to hold it through decade. I think it's a multi-bagger. Even if not a decade, let's say you need to wait for 5 years, and then it can go to, I think it can go to 320, 350, even $400 very easily. The shift is happening to online retail. I don't see why Etsy will not win that game. It sells in a niche product, so I don't think so it has a competition with Amazon or eBay. It caters to the niche market, and it's going to grow very well in that market. So that's where basically I stand. As I told in my introduction video, I'm going to tell you guys whether I bought the stock that I'm presenting or not. And I did buy Etsy stock, when it fell to $70 a week back, or a couple of weeks back. I'm going to hold it for long term. If the market is very strong, if the market is going to go down and Etsy goes to $60, I'm going to buy more, because I just believe in this company. And I think it's going to be a winner. It's a must-have stock. It's not that costly. I know it's doubled in a couple of months, but then if you look at the growth, right, I mean, it's going to catch up. As I said, if it remains at this price for next year, it's going to be very, very cheap stock. Right now it is kind of, I would not say very cheap. It's kind of fair value stock. So you need to wait for a market correction. That's when I bought it for $70. I'm in it for long term. If it falls to $60, if market decides to correct, it will fall with the market. If the Nasdaq falls, it's going to fall. So I think it's a good range to buy, between $60 to $70. That's my honest opinion, and I think it's going to do wonders for the investors. So tell me your comments, in down below, what do you think, and if you want me to analyze any other stocks, and a lot of effort is going in making this video, researching and presenting to you guys. So I really request you guys to please like this video and subscribe to my channel, which kind of motivates me to prepare more and more videos and show it to you guys. And we all can grow together. I can present the ideas to you guys, and then you guys can analyze it, take it as your starting point, right? Analyze and then make a decision, whether you want to buy it or not. But I sincerely request you guys to please like my video and please subscribe. I will try and spend more and more time to prepare this kind of video and present ideas to you guys. Thank you very much.